see what other people were doing, and even just to talk about it, because it's quite a difficult thing to grasp. The APE forum, and there are lots of links to different groups and things. So yeah, it was through the forum, and I had heard about Meetup, about that website before. I mean, on a personal, just a selfish level, it was local. It didn't cost too much. This is on a selfish level, so it was only like £5. And it was only once a month, so something that I could actually keep up with. And then, also, it seemed like the group had been set up. It seemed like it really was a group for us, like for the members to come and chat. Also, Nick's character also comes through on the website, and if you hopefully, I'd also listened to him on YouTube, so the personality of the organiser came through, and it just seemed really cool. Generally, it's just a way for you to get there, to talk about. If you're a regular, you'll probably just talk about like the recent things that have happened in that month, related to Abraham or law of attraction or something hopefully special that's happened. So everybody gets down and just tells their story. For the people who were maybe there for the first time, they might talk about how they discovered it, what stage they're at, why they're there. So it's just a discussion like that, you know, and everyone can kind of chip in, pick up new ideas, pick up new processes, be inspired, hopefully. I think that's one of the main things. Hopefully you'll leave inspired by someone's story, or you'll learn a new process. I think that's really important, to leave feeling inspired.
What I like about Hicks group is, well, the energy. What I like about Hicks group is the stories that people tell, and I like being all together within, like, there's different people, but all together we are something, and we help each other. As somebody said, tell a different story. It's like the other person he follows, and is like next logical step, and it was like we do help each other, and we do give each other energy, and it's something that keep us like we are like a unity, even though it could be people that just met each other for the first time. And then after the group, it's just such a feeling of euphoria, amazing. And Abram, and you feel the source energy that is actually present in the room, and that is something amazing, because the source energy is everywhere. But when you go to Hicks group, it's sort of guaranteed that you're gonna feel it, and there is nothing that feels better than that. The feeling, the source energy that is us. So that's wonderful. It's just such a brilliant idea, so grateful.
The community. I love seeing other people. I'm very much a people person anyway. I like having people around me, and I like listening to other people. I like listening to the stories that people tell. I love hearing about people having this stuff working in their life, and I like the before and after, when people say, well, it used to be like this, and then I discovered this thing, and now it's like this. The changes in people are brilliant. They really can invigorate. That is it, definitely more than anything else. It's the community. It's doing the same thing with like-minded people. It's having that connection.
Well, we've been going to some groups, two in particular. One was at one side of the town, one was at another side of the town, and I don't know, I just like to try different formats. Some formats weren't working for me. So I found, well, Paul found Nick's group. It was only once a month, and that was sort of seemed, you know, that seemed good. But what we like about Nick's group is that he encourages you to speak, and he encourages you to explain, and then, you know, there's nothing wrong with when you hear somebody talking, you know, you can chip in and say something about what they're saying, and I just love how he really brings out even shy people go in there and feel like they can talk really openly about stuff, and I love what everybody, you know, everybody has a story to bring, and it's just nice to hear it and feel, you know, yeah, like even if you're feeling a bit down and then you go and you hear about somebody manifesting and stuff, it gives you a boost, and so you come out there feeling really good. What I like about Nick is that if there's something you don't like, if there's something that doesn't resonate, if it's not for you, there's no pressure. He just says, you know, whatever makes you happy, just get happy. But if that doesn't make you happy, don't do it. And that really resonates with me, because I think people just don't like to be told, like, this is the way it has to be done and that will get you that. But as you hear things, you feel inspired to try it. And then if it gives you that upstream feeling, meaning it doesn't feel quite right, you can just drop it and there's no pressure.
My favourite part of the group is just listening to everyone's stories. I love hearing Nick respond to people's questions. He is so quick, and his responses always align so perfectly with what Abraham says. He is able to pinpoint. I don't know how he does it, but he's able to pinpoint exactly where the people are on the emotional guidance scale, and provide a response and provide just guidance to the person, soft guidance, and you can tell that it resonates really well with people. I love listening to him speak. I love having the discussions and getting into the nitty-gritty of how they apply the processes and how it has helped them in their lives and how they're feeling better. I absolutely love that. And you actually feel the day after, you feel that you've let go of resistance. I feel that. I love these synchronicities, especially the weeks after going to one of the groups. I love all the synchronicities that happen. I love seeing the number 22 everywhere. I love that I'm thinking of something and someone will say it. I love the universe just delighting me in so many ways.
How did I find Nick's group? So when I was on the quest to really understand law of attraction, you know, after I downloaded the audiobooks and became obsessed about it, became obsessed about understanding what it was about, I knew that whenever I went to the groups, there was such a positive energy that it really shifted something in me. And I went to Nick's group because I was really interested in the different ways teachers would teach. And when I went to Nick's group, what I really found amazing was that he was so clear and so sharp. He was extremely sharp. You know, it was like he was channeling in a way. So we would go there, and you know, and I felt that I already knew a lot about law of attraction. I was almost sitting there because I just wanted to be the energy, and basically feeling that I knew it all. But then I would listen to Nick speaking to other people who were asking questions, and it was, everything he said was so to the point that I just loved getting that clarity. I just loved sitting there and listening to him, you know, really helping people, refocusing, and really showing them where they went off track. And there was also this thing around synchronicity in his groups. Like sometimes people would come and for some crazy reason he would play the exact right lecture for that person. And I thought there was a certain magical quality around his group. And so that really became my favorite group in London. I think what Nick is really good in is that Nick will basically take a process, but he'll amend it slightly. I have the notebooks where, you know, where he basically teaches these refinements to, you know, some of the processes, and they just make sense. So every time I went, I would go home with a new process, and it would really clarify my thinking about, you know, if we are living in a vibrational reality, how can I see or affirm reality in such a way that I'm moving closer towards already feeling that what I want to experience, if once I get that thing. So I think he's really good in closing the gap between this is what I want here and this is where I am now. And Nick's teachings and his processes sometimes always bring the gap closer. And so yeah, I hope that he does something with his talent and his enthusiasm and his what I would say, I love his sharp mind, because you know, he's just so quick. He's just so quick in the way he immediately says on the spot things. And so yeah, I feel that there is something happening there in his group around him channeling something, or just him being in contact with his inner being, whatever it is. So yeah.
I started off going to a Meetup group. I think it was run by Michael James. I get so excited when I hear other stories. I mean, I love sharing mine as well, you know, but it's just so fun. I've heard so many mind-boggling stories of miracles. You know, people literally going from bankrupt to millionaire within a year. Just, you know, so many bizarre and funny miracles and just feats that would seem impossible normally, but you know, they're just happening every day because of the Abraham teaching. Nick has always been like really constant, but kind of, he's just a really solid being, and I'll be honest, you do meet the odd person who's like rah, 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 and they talk the talk but they don't walk the walk, whereas Nick does. You know, he's very solid, and he genuinely does do the unconditional love thing that I'm still learning, you know. I'm still intending that, and some days I find easier than others. But Nick has always been able to look at things from the unconditional love angle. And Nick started a group, I think it was back in October 2009. And it's a really cute little venue, and he's very good. He's great with all his gadgets and things, so he always has great clips to play in the group, and the way he talks to people is just really unique. He really gets it. Yes, it's sometimes difficult to describe people because words kind of get in the way, but Nick is just such a genuine example of all of this in practice. He really is like an embodiment of spirit, or Abe speaking the words through the book, because he is just fun and loving and total unconditional love. And whatever people kind of throw at him in his groups, he can just say, well, look at it like this, and how about that? And his guidance is just always really clear and loving and good. He gets it. And he's this young guy who's got so much vision and so much love and so much everything going on. I'm excited about his journey, and I can't wait to see where he's going to be in the next like 5 years or whatever, because he's going to go up there to do it.